Okay, we are recording. So I want to welcome everybody to our first new coach call of the year. I'm so excited. Thursday the 15th. Welcome everybody. I'm so glad all of you were able to join. I know we are missing one. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these calls. So I'm really excited because I figured it'd be perfect to do all together since we have quite a few new faces. Some of you joined recently and some of you joined like months ago, and we've kind of been talking one-on-one, but we haven't really gotten together as a group and really done like a full like welcome to coaching and walking you through the process. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity, and all of you guys could see each other's faces because you're kind of like pledges. You're kind of like all together. You're all starting at the same time. So you're all kind of going through the trenches together. And I think it's a good way for you guys to just, kind of meet since we all live all over the place. And I will pass it along in a little bit to like let you guys all introduce yourselves. We do have one veteran, Amy. She's in the top left. She's literally a veteran from the Army, but she's also a Beachbody coach veteran for, are you on 3 years now, Amy? 4? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Time flies. Gosh, that's crazy. So she hopped on because she recently just moved from Maine to Las Vegas and is kind of getting all set up in her new house. But I asked her to hop on if she wanted to, just because I don't get to see her very often. So just an excuse to see each other's faces. So, and she can offer some advice as well for all of you newbies. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Like I said, I tried to put together a nice pre-presentation and it's not my jam. So it's going to have a couple slides that are all pretty, and then I'm just going to switch off the cuff because that's just how I roll. Okay, so let me share the screen. You can see the prettiness for a couple minutes. Come on, I've got to be able to see my screen. Okay, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to coaching. I'm going to start off for a little bit about me because most of you guys know me already, know my journey, but just because some of you I met on the internet, so I will go ahead and share. This is so weird. I can't see my face anymore. So, okay, so I've been coaching for 7 years now. I am married to my college sweetheart. We've been together, married for 17 years, together for 20. And we have 2 little girls. Well, they're not little anymore. They are 9 and 12, going on like 18. We live in Boca Raton. We've been living here for, we've been here for 9 years, but in this house for 3 years. We moved quite a bit. My dad was in the Navy, so I moved my whole life. And I swore that I would not move anymore because I moved every 2 years, and I wanted to marry someone not in the military because I did not want to move. And basically my husband enjoys moving. So we've moved about, 7 times, I think. So we started in Miami. I followed him to Miami from college at Florida State, and we worked our way up to Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. I mean, now we've been 2 homes in Boca. So I'm like, we are not moving anymore. But I'm a former accountant. I was in that industry for about 10 years. And when I had my second daughter, I just really struggled with getting back to work. I always went back to work at 12 weeks when the baby, my maternity leave was up. And I just, had always dreamed of being a stay-at-home mom and just being there with the kids. And it was just not something we could afford. So as you know, it's expensive to live off of one income. So especially in Boca. So we kind of got to the point where with my little one, the second one, like I said, he said, well, we can make ends meet with one income if you want to do it. And I'm like, you say the word and I'm doing it. So I quit my accounting job. I was working like 50, 60-hour weeks. And if you know the accounting industry, you don't get much time off. There's lots of stipulations, you can't take off during month end, can't take off during the summer, can't take off during year end. You never get to use your vacation. So I was all excited. I loved being home. When she turned about 1.5 to 2, I realized that, oh gosh, what did I do? I'm like, everything I dreamt about turned into a lot of questions. And I felt super guilty about feeling that way because, he worked so hard to provide for us and to let me stay home. And I kind of found myself a little bit bored and lonely. And, all the baby talk all day long was fun for so long, but I realized I missed like the social atmosphere and friendships and just something for me. I had my own income before, even though we obviously had joint incomes together for that. But I just realized I was kind of lost. And I was just like, I didn't really have anything to define me anymore. I struggled losing my baby weight. I gained about 35 pounds with both the girls, and I would lose about the first 25, and then I could not lose like that last 10 to 15 or so. And I, started going to the gym with her. I started going to classes and doing a personal trainer, like doing all these things. And I just couldn't lose the weight. And I was very unhappy with myself. So my girlfriend, Kara, who is also my sorority sister, was running a free clean eating challenge. And it was 21 days, and it was, she provided a menu, and the only requirement was to purchase Shakeology. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, like, it's kind of expensive. But, I figured, my husband was like, well, just give it a try. Just do one shot of it, one month of it, and just see how it goes. And in that 21 days, I pretty much lost all the 10 pounds that I needed to lose. I was no longer tired. It gave me that extra energy that I was missing. And I just felt like I fell in love with that community of the accountability groups, challenge groups. I loved that there were other women in there that were going through the same things I was going through. We were cheering each other on. I felt like I had this little group, this little community of friends, and it felt like it sort of brought me back to life, and I felt happy again. I'm pretty sure we were just doing the clean eating at that point and the shakes. And then when my month was up, I stopped the shakes, and then he said, okay, now just go back to the gym and keep doing what you're doing and just stop the shakes and see how it goes. So I did. And I just, like, my energy dropped, and I just felt like that was missing from my routine. And I just felt like that's when I realized, like, I didn't lose any more weight. I was, again, still eating the same kind of menu, but I just realized that I really needed that shake. It was like, I gotta have that shake. So, we talked about it, and, she presented the coaching opportunity to me, and I said, no, I'm not a coach. Like, I don't do that. Like, I'm an athlete my whole life. So coaching to me means like, you're leading the team. You're like running a team. You're helping everyone. I'm like, no. I don't know. I'm going to do that. So I blew her off for quite a bit. But she did say, if you sign up for the discount, you get 25% off on the shakes. So that comes to $100. And I was like, whoa. So after a long talk with my husband, I decided I would do that for the discount, because he's like, we can swing $100, and I was elated. I didn't really share that I was a coach. I just kind of drank the shakes and continued doing what I was doing. And I did the 21-day fix way back then. It had just launched not too far before that. And I did that program, and that's where I fell in love with the programs, with the workouts. I was spending hours a day at the gym, guys, and I just started doing 30-minute workouts, and who knew that I would be that in shape. And you'll see the picture here. I went down from a size 12 down to a size 4 or 6. So that's when I realized I was overworking out, and just by eating healthy and drinking a shake and working out for 30 minutes, I could get where I needed to get. And that's where I was just so happy. And I, again, didn't share about it, but I talked to my friends about it. My friends were like, you're glowing. What are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just doing this 30-minute workouts and drinking this shake. And everyone wanted to do it. It was just contagious. So from there, I sort of rolled into coaching. It was not because I said, I'm just going to coach today. I was just, friends wanted to do it. So I started getting the commission off of it. And then my very first coach, Melissa Alexander, who is still my rock star coach, I will never forget, I was at one of our meetings in Miami, and she texted me, I just signed up as a coach. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, check your email. I'm a coach now. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know how to coach you. I don't even know what I'm doing. So, she just wanted to do what I was doing. She was going to CrossFit, and she just wanted to be a part of that movement. And from there, the rest is history. And then I just totally fell in love with the community and our coaches and our team. Our team is so unique, and Amy, you can touch on that too, I'm sure. I'll go to the next slide so you can see. So my personal team is called Beyond Fitness, and that was a name I came up with. And we are all a part of No Limits Fitness, and that is Kara Canizero. That's what I was talking about before. She is my upline sponsor. So the way it works is, and then we are all also part of Diesel Nation, and that's Christina Delgado and Becky Brissett. So it's like a pyramid, like you hear. And so basically, as you sign up and you sign up other coaches below you, and you'll see, and I'll show you the back office, not tonight, but you can check it out. You can see that we all just kind of roll up together. So every little team kind of forms, like Amy has her own team, you know, but we are all a part of, we all roll up under one. And so if you see these different things, and I've invited you to different groups. So far, I've only invited you to Beyond Fitness, which actually is called, I changed it to Uplift, Inspire, Empower. I think that's what I called it. We kind of broke off and we're all kind of sharing ownership of that group. And I'll probably change it back to Beyond Fitness, but that's sort of like my little team page on Facebook, where I will start sharing things and informational things and motivational things, and just anything team related will be there. And then I also added you guys to No Limits Fitness, and that's Kara's team page, where we, again, all roll up, and she shares a lot of team stuff there. So that way it's not like I'm sharing double. A lot of times I'll just let her share that stuff about the business, and I don't have to repeat it, so you guys can see it. So make sure you have your notifications on for those two groups. I know it's a lot to keep up with, but just to kind of check in there on occasion. And then we also have, like I said, the Diesel Nation group, but I haven't added you guys to that. If you want me to add you, I can. And that's obviously a much broader, we have probably 10,000 coaches in that team page. So
oh, wow.
It's pretty awesome. So, you know, the thing about this business is that it's sky is the limit, and you'll see as you go through these different groups and start to see the faces. We're all walks of life. We're all, you know, different shapes and sizes. We're all different ages. Some people are parents, some people are not, you know, it doesn't matter. That's what I love. And then I love that, you know, there really is no judging. I feel like we all get along well. Everyone's well open to sharing. You know, it's just, you would think with a lot of women, it would be very catty, and it's not. So I love that our upline is always willing to share trainings and opportunities with all of us. And so it makes it so much easier for us running this business, that everything is just like laid out for you for, you know, $160 or whatever we paid, and we pay $15.95 a month. Like, it's just crazy. And you'll also see a lot of people are full-time working. Some people are stay-at-home moms, some people are teachers. We have physician's assistants. We have, you know, lawyers, doctors, personal trainers, lots of different walks of life. And some people quit their job because of Beachbody. Some people want to keep their job, and that's totally fine too. And I love it. Like Christina Delgado, I'll reference her. She was a partner in her law firm and was making more money doing Beachbody. So she quit her job because this was just a lot more fulfilling to her. So just keep that in the back of your head. Just be thinking about, I'm going to have you guys share just a little bit about yourselves, but you don't have to do this business 24/7. You know, you can do it in 30-minute pockets a day. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. And you don't have to work as much as some of the coaches do. Some coaches work a lot more, and that's just because they want to and they have the time. But you can do this business on just doing the basics in 30 minutes a day. So just going to chat with you guys too a little bit about the vital behaviors. So basically, you know, everyone's like, what do we do as a coach? You know, what does this mean? What does this entail? How much work am I getting myself into? The vital behaviors are basically saying that you are going to read personal development and just try to grow as a person and as a coach on a regular basis. You know, so we have all kinds of training, like I said, and I'll show you the back office as well, that shows you where you can access extra trainings. But every Monday we have a national wake up call that is really awesome to listen to. And that is something that a different coach is picked per week to speak on a topic. And it's really awesome to listen to, because the topic might just hit you in just the right place, you know, and you'll get something out of it every week. And you can either listen to it live on the call, you can listen to it on the web, you can listen to it as a podcast later. And that is definitely something I would say to get familiar with and start listening to, and download the podcast to your phone. It's a great way to start. But also, not only that, but there's all kinds of just motivational books or podcasts that are separate from Beachbody that you can listen to, because our job as coaches is to help other people live healthy, fulfilling lives, right? So we all want to better ourselves, and we want to help others better themselves. So let's be honest, right? We're all busy, we're all tired, we all have things going on, and we don't have perfect days, right? Like there's some days that we are just down. So by listening to personal development or reading it, I'm not a reader, I fall asleep, but I like to listen to it. So I listen to Audible. But that helps us be positive on a regular basis, because like I said, it doesn't come, you don't wake up and jump out of bed every day and be like, I'm ready to go today. Not every day is like that. So it's important that we are filling our minds with things that are uplifting, so that we can, lead and uplift our customers as well. So we also are really big on being proof the products work. So, we want to obviously set a good example for our families, for our customers, for our potential customers. So, it's really important that we are doing a program of some sort that we can show that our products work. The best example is ourselves. So it's nice to share other people's transformations and those kind of things, but it's important that we're getting our own results as well. So I encourage you guys, if you're not in a program right now, to pick a program tonight and say, I'm going to do this. There are so many programs to choose from, and on Beachbody On Demand. So many are already included with your membership. There's obviously newer ones you can purchase, but just kind of get familiar with, the different things that we offer, because we have lots of consumables. We have beach bars, we have a performance line, we have collagen. We're just coming out now with Focus Energy, Bevy, which is like a drink. We have the 3-day refresh, which is a 3-day cleanse. We have a 21-day cleanse. There's so many things. So if you don't have results yet, I encourage you to say, hey, I'm going to do the 3-day cleanse. In 3 days, you can get results and you can have your first transformation. Or the 21-day fix is 21 days, super easy. Well, not easy, but it's like 21 days is a short period of time to be able to show that you're getting results. So by doing that, you're showing that I am proof that what I'm talking about and what I'm sharing and selling is working. So I can encourage you to pick something if you haven't, and just be sharing that. So another thing is, I know that this is the scary part. I know that nobody really loves social media, and trust me, I did not like it either. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, because this is basically the last slide anyway. Nobody likes social media. And I can tell you, when I came into this business, that was the last thing I wanted to do. I'm like, oh my God, I don't like to sell and I don't like social media. And I'm like, so I try to think of this business as not as selling. I think of it as just sharing something that I love, sharing a hair product, sharing a restaurant that you love. You would obviously tell someone, oh my God, I had the most amazing dinner at this restaurant, or, oh my gosh, this hair product you have to have. It's the same thing. So I treat this business as just sharing what I love, because if you love something that much, you want your friends and family to have it too. So don't think of it so much as selling. And I really encourage you to listen to what the customer needs and wants. Because it's not just about selling them something, it's about listening to what they need. There's something for everyone. So it may not be what you think it is, but once you listen to them, there's going to be something else that they need. So, but my first challenge for you guys is going to be just getting familiar with social media. Now, I've been in this business for 7 years. Amy's been in it for 4. It doesn't come naturally at first, but you get used to it. You don't have to share as much as I do, or Amy does, or anyone does, but I encourage you to start off with little things. I'm going to give you guys a calendar and just give you some basic topics to start posting about, because I think if you guys just get familiar with posting things a little bit, it becomes a lot easier. The first thing I want to tell you guys is make sure that you have a good profile picture, that it's a clear picture of yourself. You can have the family, but I prefer for it to be yourself, so that people know when they come to your page who it is that's the coach. So that's the first challenge, is to make sure you have a good, clear picture of your profile. And then the key to posting is whether you're going to do Facebook or Instagram. I like Instagram better, but I do the same pretty much on Facebook and Instagram. For me lately, I feel like Facebook is more of like family and sharing stuff, but a lot of times I share the same thing and I just put like more family stuff on Facebook and then more business stuff on Instagram. But it's kind of up to you guys how you feel, what you feel most comfortable with. But I would say you don't want to blow up everybody's feed with all Beachbody stuff. So you want to kind of do like 80-20. Is that right, Amy? Is that what we say, 80-20? She's on mute, I can't hear her. But you want to kind of mix it up as do basically like, right? Is that what we say?
I thought you could read my lips, girl.
Yeah, I'm really good at
80% what?
I would say 80% of your personal life and then 20% the business is what I would say. I would say like, you want to be mixing in. You don't want everything to be the business. So I would say.
I need to do better then.
No, it's fine. But the way you share it though is different, and the way she shares it is about her personal life and then she mixes the business in. So
I'm a storyteller. That's what they call
really
me.
good at storytelling. So that's what is really key too, is when you get better at it, you start doing stories. That's something I need to improve on myself. But so, you might want to share pictures of the kids or something you've done with the kids. And then your next post can be something about health and fitness. I wouldn't say like the key is sort of attractive, it's called attractive marketing. Is that what you call it? You want to try and reel people in with what you're doing without saying what you're doing. So instead of saying, I'm a Beachbody coach, I'm drinking this Shakeology, maybe just say something like, you're a health and fitness coach and the superfood shake has changed your life in this way, or it does this benefit for you. So what it is you're talking about something you're doing or drinking, but you're not saying what it is. So people are like, what are you doing? What is that? And then when they message you or they comment, you give them the details privately. So you don't want to put your link on your page. You don't want to be #Beachbody, whatever. I mean, it's the company wants you to do that because they want you to be linked to it. But we want to sort of be more, I don't know what the word is, but just be more like, the word is I'm trying to say, but so people want to know what it is. It makes them want to come back and try and be curious. Curiosity marketing, I think that's what it's called. That's the word. I'm like, what's the word? So the first challenge I want you guys to do is do your coming out post, which I know is super scary. I'm going to welcome you guys. You guys have all sent me your pictures, and most of you, I think you pretty much all have sent me like a little blurb about yourself. Kelly, I haven't asked you, but I kind of know about you. So yeah. But so I have like all these images and put together. And so I'm probably tomorrow, because I wanted to make sure I had the right info about you guys, going to share that you guys are coaches. And then it's going to kind of be out there. And then there, I want you guys to come up with your own post that you're going to share and say, something about joining you on your health and fitness journey. And I'm taking this plunge, or why you decided to do it. Doesn't have to say Beachbody, but just something about joining you. I know that's scary. But that's the first step, because the goal here is to get your business going, to get customers, to start earning, and those type of things. And so we got to do the scary things. I know for me, when I was going along, like the transformations were always scary for me, and they still are. Like hitting that post button with your before and after is intimidating. What are people going to say? What are they going to think? But just, you'll feel so much better once you've done it. Then going live. I hate going live. So whenever I would go live, I'm like, oh my God, Amy's really good at it. But I'm a perfectionist. So I don't like to go live because I'm like, what if I mess up? What if I say the wrong thing? You can't fix it. But we're going to, along the way, we're going to do some things and keep each other accountable and do some scary things. So, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Let's say by Monday, everyone have their coming out post done. That gives you through the weekend. Now the weekend, you'll start to see so I would say you only need to post like once a day. I think your goal should be, what would you say, Amy, for the first time? Like when you're first starting out, 3 times a week? 5 times? I don't know. I don't want to give you guys a goal that's too hard to
to share like specific
Anything,
coaching,
just anything.
Beachbody, Shakeology related stuff? Um, well, Transformation Tuesday is always a good day for some fitnessy stuff, and Saturday is awesome for Shakeology because it starts with an S. So,
True.
or Food Friday or something fun. Like I try to do the fun things like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
So, let's try for
And
like,
it's not overload.
right, let's try for like 3 to 4 times a week of posting. And it doesn't have to be every time a health and fitness, but also mix in some other things. So what I want you to do tonight also is to come up with like 5 to 10 things that describe you. Hobbies, things you enjoy, things that represent you, and what is going to sort of be what you call your avatar or your niche or niche. I don't know how you pronounce it, either one. But so those are going to be the type of people that you are attracting and speaking to. So, I'm a mom with kids and play sports. I have a dog. I'm a Navy brat. So when I speak to people, I'm speaking to the busy mom that's like running around like crazy, in her 40s. Could be a little bit younger too, but that's who I'm speaking to. Now, Mia doesn't have kids. Mia's probably speaking to someone else. Cheryl's got grown kids. Maybe she's speaking to someone else. So everyone's going to kind of be speaking to someone else. Nicole has special needs son, so she might be speaking to someone like that. So, Amy's a veteran. She's speaking to maybe more of the veteran people. So it just is a matter of who you think you want to target. So when you're writing your posts or your stories or anything you're sharing, that's who you're speaking to. So sometimes I do posts about when I used to be sitting in my cubicle as an accountant and how terrible that felt. And those people can relate to me because they are doing it right now too. So you want to write down things that pertain to you. And so you can share hacks, share things that work for you, share recipes that you like, those kind of things. Kelly is like super duper handy and could do all kinds of do-it-yourself stuff. So she should share some do-it-yourself stuff. She's about to redo her room. See, you could do a picture before and after.
Yes.
There it is. So, Mia is a nutritionist. She's a certified nutritionist right now. And so she can be sharing. So this is really awesome we have for our team. So any nutrition questions you have, Mia has all the answers. So, she's speaking really about nutrition, a lot about nutrition. So she's probably going to hone in on that kind of stuff. So just be thinking about those kind of things. Cheryl has kids going to college, so she's thinking about saving for college, those type of things. So just be thinking about that kind of stuff. So when you are working on your posts, you have stuff to share. So like I said, mix those type of things in between your workout or whatever. But so like I said, it doesn't have to always be, here's my shake, here's my workout, but just share that you did it. Just share that, whatever. So something else I want to do is for us all. So I think you guys have all or should have been invited to a challenge group. So some of you have accepted and some of you haven't. And so I want us to try and get familiar with using that. In the past, I've done my challenge groups on Facebook. That has been my avenue that I love and feel very comfortable with. But Beachbody has realized that, we can't be so reliant on a social media platform that can just be taken away from us at any point. So they have come up with this challenge group platform that's a challenge tracker app. It's not my favorite, but I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to embrace it because it is our very own. And so what's great about the app is that, it acts just like a Facebook group, but it gives you options to kind of check the boxes. So you can log in and say you did your workout for the day. It will tell you, it will pull up what workouts you've done from Beachbody On Demand. You can select it and it can share it to the group. You can add a picture if you want. You don't have to. If you've done a shake, you put your Shakeology in there. So it's very nice for accountability. It's just, for me personally, this is not like super accountable, like not super, what's the word? I feel like it's not very, people don't interact quite so much. I feel like on Facebook, when I was doing Facebook stuff, everybody would share a little bit more like, hey, what did you have for dinner? Here's a recipe. Does anyone have this? I'm struggling today. Like, I just felt like, but I'm just trying to get it a little bit more interactive. And so I will re-invite you guys into those groups so you can see it and get familiar with yourself with posting and being accountable and being present, so that you can invite your people when you have customers to join. They can join our group too. You're always welcome to join my group. I have a group I run with Melissa, and I have a group I run with Kara. So I have a couple different groups. But I know that it's a little bit nerve-wracking at the beginning. So I'm sure inviting is something that is on your mind, and you're like, who do I invite? I don't know if I'm ready for this. So I am going to suggest that we do maybe in May, because we're already halfway through April, doing a free group together. So something clean eating, something catchy. We can come up with something. I'm not sure what we want to call it. We can discuss that after the call. But so I think what it would do is we would run it, the beginning of May, and maybe do like a 1 week. Usually we do like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I think a week might be plenty of time. We also have Clean Week, which is available on Beachbody On Demand, which is awesome. It's a 7-day program that they can kind of get introduced to the workouts. But we don't even have to do that. We could be something just like with clean eating that maybe Mia can help us with, and just throw in some sample workouts for them to try that are, don't even need Beachbody On Demand for. But that way, you guys can get used to inviting people to a group, and it's free. So it's not so intimidating because you're not having to ask for money. So you're just sharing, hey, I'm starting off as a coach. I'm just giving this a try, and I want to do this free group. So I want you to join me and see, just kind of like be your little sort of test group. It'd be a great way to ask like friends and family to join you. And that will give you a really good taste of how we coach. Because basically what we're doing on a daily basis is, as a coach, we're showing up for our workouts, we're drinking the shakes, and we're doing the workouts and helping the customers in those groups. So on a regular basis, like in 30 minutes a day, you can, your workout probably 30 minutes, so that's separate. But in 30 minutes a day, you can check in on your customers, invite new customers, do your posts on Facebook, get all that stuff done and be done for the day. And I have lots of coaches that are like nurses and busy like that, and that they do that pockets on the weekend. They do like their posts and stuff, but they may do like a bulk of their follow-ups or their bulk of their inviting or whatever, maybe on the weekend. But you have to find what's best for you. Like Kelly's from at home, so she might have more time to do the day. A lot of you guys are working full time, so you might have to do it on your lunch break or get up early. So we have what's called power hours. You may have heard that term. And Amy is like the queen of power hours. But we have these sessions they are actually an hour, but you don't have to do it an hour, but that's just kind of how we run them. Luckily, we have a super supportive team that basically any time of the day that you want to do it, there's probably a power hour going on. So most likely you can jump on with any of our teammates, and we do this Zoom, and someone runs it, and we basically walk you through what to do with the vital behaviors and trying to do all your things. So we'll set a timer and say, okay, right now we're going to go wish everybody happy birthday who has a birthday today for 5 minutes. Set the timer, 5 minutes is up. Okay, now we're gonna go on and we're going to look for new followers, new friends to add to your network. And so we set the timer for 10 or 15 minutes, and you go looking for people and you add them to your network. And then they set the timer for 10 more minutes, and you do the next thing, and you do the follow-ups, you do the invites, you do follow-ups, so you're doing all the things, and when the time's up, you're like, my hour of work is done. So it's super helpful, because I will say, like right now, I'm kind of like all over the place with my schedule. And when I was in a better routine, it's so much more helpful, because it's like, I know that every day at 9 a.m. I'm doing my power hour, or whatever time works for you. We have a 6 a.m. crew. We have a 7 a.m. crew. Amy does her time. I think is it 10 a.m. our time? No. 9 a.m. our time. Yes, Eastern time. Okay. There's night ones. There's lots of options. So, and that can be a separate whole call, and I can walk all of us through, and we can do a power hour together so that you can see how it works. I wonder if I have something here to show you. I had printed out something that was helpful for me when I was first doing them. probably not gonna be able to find it now that but it's nice and easy to just kind of check the boxes and you go down the list. I'm not gonna be able to find it now. Oh, here it is. Here's this one. I laminated. I love lamination. So then I could check the boxes and I could erase it and do the next day. So it walks you through. So send birthday messages, 5 minutes. Facebook request, 5 minutes. Find your tribe and follow, 20 on Instagram, 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Go through your likes and engage with them, 5 minutes. Instagram stories, comment on 10 for 5 minutes. New invites and follow-ups, 15 minutes. Challenger check-in, 5 minutes. Check into challenge group, 5 minutes. Coach online office, 5 minutes. So, and I do a morning inspirational post. Every morning I would do a post. So I make sure that's done. So that's kind of like the basics of what we do. And you can do it either on Facebook or on Instagram. I don't know if everyone has Instagram. I don't know if you're doing both networks or not. It's totally up to you. Like I said, I personally love Instagram more, but you got to do what's comfortable for you. You're going to probably hear the terms like warm market versus cold market. And so the warm market is going to be your friends and family, the people you know. That's going to be the people you're probably going to ask to join you first, because it's easy. It's warm. It's helpful. People trust you. They know you. They're going to want to join you. They want to support you. It's a new endeavor. So that's important. But what I want you to do is to continue to grow your cold market, which is all people you don't know, people that you have never met. Because honestly, Cheryl's from my cold market and Amy's from my cold market from social media. But you know, what happens is, because when I first started this business, I was an elite coach. I was a top 0.01% of the company twice. And I did that all from building from my friends, my sorority sisters, like people that I knew. I ran with this business and I was super successful and never really touched my cold market. And no one could believe how successful I was and how fast I was successful because of that. We had the best team. We were rocking it. And guess what happened? Then social media changed and things happened and like the business changed. And then they all started canceling. And then I was like, I don't have anybody left. I don't know how to use my cold market. I never really tried. I was just kind of like just rolling on the hot seat of all this success I was having with my warm market. So I've been in the rebuilding process, because what I wish I would have done is grow the cold market along with my warm market all along, because I don't want you guys to be in the same situation that I was in. So that's why it's important to always be growing your cold market as you go, because, you know, like I was talking with Kelly the other day and she's like, I only have like 200 and something friends. I'm like, who cares? That's where you're going to grow. This is going to be amazing. Like you can get up to like 5,000 friends, I think, on Facebook, on Instagram, like 4,000. But this is where we start, guys. So this is why, as we go, you're going to keep growing. And then what happens is the more you share your story and post about you and your journey, those new followers are going to see that. And they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, I've never seen her before. And so you might feel like you're redundant sharing your story, but you're not, because if you're constantly growing and expanding your network, that's new to everybody. So that's why you always want to be growing that network, because the next time you share your story, that might hit someone that never saw it before and be like, oh my God, I relate to that, you know? So that's why it's important doing the power hours. Let's see, what else? In the back office, if you haven't gone to the teambeachbody.com and looked in the coach back office, there is a bunch of, I'll share my screen real quick. I want you guys to get familiar. I'm not going to walk you through the whole. This is teambeachbody.com, and you know, you can get to bod groups on here, you can get to Beachbody on Demand on here, but what I want to show you is this coach and coach office. And this is like the main dashboard that's going to give you your basic information about where you stand as a coach. And I don't want to overwhelm you with any of that, but it's going to tell you a little bit about, you know, what your rank is, you know, if you've hit Success Club or not. I'm going to share what Success Club is for you in a minute. But this tab right here, well, first of all, actually monitoring your business. I want you to make sure you fill out the My EFT management. It's going to be under the coach office, under monitor my business. under My EFT Management. And this is where you're going to put in your banking information, because we get paid weekly every Thursday, and you never know when you're going to have a sale. Like Kelly had that information that happened to her. She was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was going to sell something. And then next thing you know, you're getting paid and you get a paper check. So you don't want that to happen. So set that up right away, because you just never know when someone's going to find your link and they're going to purchase something. So set that up right away, just so you have it. And then this training tab, this is super helpful. There's so many trainings on here to help you. This Getting Started is going to be a great place to start. It's going to teach you all about, this is the Coach Office overview, setting up your business, starting a group, Success Club, Shakeology. And there's just so many other things. The bod groups training, compensation, Success Club, and then this training library here that's going to talk all about different things. Business tracking, first customer, challenge group training. This one I love is because it's expanding your network training. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Following up, so many things at your fingertips. Inviting training. So, you know, if you have a commute to work, put it on. As you're cleaning, put it on. You know, I always have my AirPods. So when I'm cleaning, I can listen to training and do, this is the National Wake Up Call, as I was talking about, those type of things. Success Club is something I wanted to touch on too. I know we're all new, and I don't want to, you know, scare anyone or make anyone set any big lofty goals. What I love about this business is it's what you want to do when you want to do it. There are some days where we call it walkers, joggers, and runners. So a walker might be someone who's kind of like slowly doing the business, maybe just like a hobby. Jogging is sort of like hobby coach, maybe wants to cover their Shakeology and maybe earn like a little bit more, a little extra income. And then runners are someone who is growing their business, wants to make a good income, wants to just grow their whole business. So you can pick what you want to be, and there is no pressure. And you tell me what you want to be, and that way I can support you the way you want. You know, when I first started, like I mentioned, I was a stay-at-home mom. I needed to cover my shakes. So I kind of started off with just covering the shakes. Covering the shakes, you're going to get $32.50 in commission. 3 people a month is going to cover your $100. So if that's your first goal, that's great. That can be your goal. So make sure you help 3 new people every month, or like that one of those people stays on and you get commission every month from them. But come up with some sort of goal for you. And like I said, you know, I'm a runner, but for the last year or so, I kind of went to like a walker jogger because I was having some health issues. So I had to step back and work on me, and no one judged me. Everyone supported me, and they said, you do you figure it out. And then when I was ready to come back, I'm back. So, you know, all the while, by the way, I'm still earning a paycheck. So I didn't have to put in my notice for my job. I didn't have to do anything like that. I was still getting a paycheck because why? Because I have a team. So what Beachbody does is they have set up sort of like an internal incentive for you to grow your business, and that's called Success Club. So they're saying if you help 3 people a month, which would be Success Club 5, we used to do 2 points for a challenge pack and 1 point for Shakeology, but now Shakeology is also 2 points. So if you get to 3 people, which would be SC6, you're growing your business. You are getting 3 new people a month. As long as they're new, you get Success Club points. You know, so that the markers you hear is SC5 and SC10. And if you keep doing that over and over, Beachbody is going to reward you. Every month we get a prize, right, Amy? It's so fun because you're like, I want that prize. I want that hat. I want that shirt. I want that bag. I want whatever it is. I want it. Look, how cool is that hat? I got the pink one. It's adorable. So it's fun because it's like, oh my God, I'm doing my job and having fun and I get presents. Who doesn't like presents? I mean, so if you do it the first 3 months, you're called a success starter. So that means you are starting your business running. And then you get rewarded, and you get extra bonuses for that, by the way. I think you get an extra $50 if you, I forget what the details are, but, and I don't know if they still do this, but I think if you do Success Starter, the first 3 months you get Success Club, they used to give you your ticket for Summit. I'm not sure if they still do that. Okay. So Summit is our annual sales event that, unfortunately has been canceled the last 2 years because of COVID. But that is our big meeting that we go to. It's all over. This year is supposed to be in Chicago, in St. Louis actually, but unfortunately it's virtual. But so what we do is we usually go to that event as a team, but you have to pay for your ticket. So if you earn it in the first 3 months of being Success Starter, they cover that for you. So of course we have to pay our way to get there, and those costs are not covered, unfortunately. But one of the things I love most about this business is the events. So I am praying that this next year we will start to have more live events, because as a stay-at-home mom, I don't get to do a whole lot. So I like these trips because now I have a business trip to go on. And if you followed me for a long time, you've seen we have a lot of fun together, whether it's a business trip or whether it's an earned fun trip. It's fun. Like, we love our coworkers. So we have a lot of fun together. So the summit one is very busy, very time consuming. It's long days. You're very tired because you're working out every morning. You're going to training all day. At night, there's parties. You come home very tired, but you're full of information and you're just like ready to run with the business. We also have Success Club trips. So if you continuously earn Success Club, you can earn a trip. We've gone to Punta Cana, we've gone to Maya Riviera, I think one of them was in Vegas. Like, there's just so many places that we go. And if you hit Success Club, you earn dollars. And if you earn a certain amount of dollars every month, your trip's paid for free. You have to pay for your flight, but when you get there, you don't spend $1. So I love those trips. Sometimes I bring my husband, sometimes I go on a girls trip. It depends. So hopefully those will resume as well. We also do what's called, like, every quarter we have a meeting also. A lot of times we have a big one down here in Miami, but they're all over the US. And those are kind of like just quarterly meetings. This last one was also virtual, but it's just kind of like, let's check in with the business. Let's see what's going on. Let's launch some new programs, launch some new products. Just a way to get excited about the business. And I like those as well because we're in person usually, and we're seeing, different people on the team. I guarantee there's one in your location somewhere near you. So what's great about it is you find one that's near you and you end up meeting new coaches. Amy's met some new people too when she's gone to these places and she's still good friends with them because, we know our team virtually, but locally it's nice to also meet people. So don't feel like you're alone. It's nice because it's like you're all in it together. So those are some in-person events that you can go to. And once we know those, we can share those. Now, Summit is virtual again this year, I said, but we here in South Florida, some of the top coaches on our team have reserved a conference room in Fort Lauderdale and booked some rooms. And I actually just got my ticket today because we're all going to go meet and go watch all the meetings together and work out together and then sleep in Fort Lauderdale at the hotel. So it's like we're kind of together, even though we're not in St. Louis, like we're going to be together here. So we can kind of feel like we're together for this meeting anyway. So it's just like impromptu, our own little summit. So trying to think of what else. I don't think I have anything else. I should have had you guys introduce yourself before. Is there anything you want to touch on, Amy, before we go around? No? If you think of anything. Who wants to go first and just share a little bit about who you are and where you're from and what made you want to start coaching? Not all at once, guys. Not all at once. Okay, Nicole, you go.
I'm Nicole. I have a boy and I have a girl, 22-year-old, and my son is 9. He has special needs, and I'm a stepmom to 2 beautiful boys. I live in Westlake Worth. And I'm struggling with navigating through this. I've actually been with Beachbody before, but my life is really, really hectic with my son. He is medically fragile, so it's a lot of doctor's appointments. I work full time. I advocate for him. We do therapy together and everything. So I'm still trying to navigate through this process of how to become a better version, healthier version for my son, for myself. I really, really enjoy this, especially with everything going on that I can't get to the gym and it's easier for me to be at home. It's just honestly, and I've said this to Jen, that I have a hard time getting myself motivated. And I know other people have the same thing. And I'm hoping that once I start off and get myself going, that I can inspire others that are struggling to fit fitness in and just being overall healthy, and knowing my background and how crazy my life is, that anybody can do it. You just gotta have to kind of go with your schedule. It doesn't have to be, and I even said this to you, Jen, I said that I don't know, I didn't want to let you down if I couldn't do it, because I've had another coach before and I felt like there was so much pressure on me that I couldn't do it anymore. And because I was told that I had to do this on like in the morning and this and that, and I couldn't stick with that schedule. It was very hard. But you understand, and that's why I love you as a coach. Just seeing you and you understanding what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I'm motivated enough to start this and inspire others.
Oh, I love that. And that's what I love about this business. I'm sorry that you had that experience, but I'm glad that it turned you to me because you have so much to offer, and there is no right way to do this business. It's whatever you want it to be and what works for you. So we will all inspire each other to be successful. And that's why I also going to put us all in like a little pod, like a little message thread on Facebook too, so we can kind of share. That might be easier too. And then checking in the group all the time. But okay, who's next?
I'll go. Oh, you want to go?
Go.
Okay. My name is Kelly, and I have 2 kids. I have 11 and 14. A stay-at-home mom. I've always done I've always worked out, and I did Orange Theory for about 4 or 5 years, and then the pandemic hit, and it closed down, and we got a gym in the garage, and I just wasn't motivated to do it. And Jenny kept on saying, you should do this. You should be a coach. It would be so much fun. We can travel together and, tell everybody we live in the same neighborhood. So there's one popping behind me. I always have enjoyed working out, and I probably joined Beachbody probably about 8 or 9 months ago. And I've done about 4 programs now, and I started with the MBF, and then I went to MBFA, and then Lift 4, and now I'm doing the Control Freak. So this one I'm struggling a little bit. I've taken a lot more breaks. The other ones I went straight through, and I had no problem with, but I think I just need a little bit more motivation with these workouts, and wanted to just try to help more people, and I enjoy doing it. So,
and our hubby wants to go back to work, so we're like, no, do this instead. This is going to be your work. The longer programs are harder to stay motivated for. I will say that they are, more intense and take longer to get your results, which is why I recommend the shorter ones to start with, just so that you can see and get through a program for yourself. But I do love the longer programs, but I still have 3 workouts left too. I'm like, it's hard.
I have 2 weeks left, and I'm just like, come on, let me get through it.
You can do it. All right, who up next? Mia, you're up. I'm calling on you.
Let me unmute. I'll go next. I know it's hard to see who's raising their hand. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Mia Young. I, as Jenny mentioned, I am credentialed. So just like our Beachbody Fearless nutritionist, Ilana Molstein, I am also a master's degree registered dietitian nutritionist. So my biggest goal with this is to, obviously we don't have access to Ilana one-on-one. So my goal is to really help people with the nutrition part of it. I feel like that's most of the time the bigger struggle. We can get a workout in a day, but we eat at least 3 times a day. And then what about those nights? What about those weekends? What about that wine? What about those vacations? So really kind of helping people on the nutrition side of it, in addition to the movement and the working out and stuff. So I live in South Florida, Pompano Beach, Florida, and I did try my hand at Beachbody. I've been a customer, gosh, Jenny, I don't even know, 7 years.
Mhm.
So 7 years. I tried my hand at coaching years ago, but it just wasn't a good time for me. I was just way too busy with grad school and it just didn't work out. So I know now that I have the time and I really want to see what I can make of it. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yay. Love it. All right, Cheryl, you're up. We'll let Amy go last since she's the vet.
All right. So my name is Cheryl. I live in beautiful upstate New York. I'm so thrilled to be here. I've lived here all my life and we're expecting snow tomorrow in April. So
Gosh.
yeah, my end goal eventually is to end up where most of you people are down south. I have a almost 21-year-old daughter who is in college. She wants to be a doctor, so we're in for the long haul. I have an 18-year-old high school senior who's experiencing the worst of the worst with everything being shut down, virtual, up and down. And I have a 12-year-old son. I have 2 dogs and 2 grand puppies. And everyone keeps me busy. And I want to be in this business to kind of better myself, but also better, help others. And I too find myself struggling with the whole motivation end of it. And some days I work in the education field. I teach children with special needs. Every one of them is on the autism spectrum. I have a high school class of 12 when they're all there. Right now, we're down to 6 in person, 3 virtual, and they're still like interviewing and bringing other kids in. It's a really great program, but between that and chasing around the 12-year-old and doing things around the house, I find myself exhausted and out of energy real easy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I hear you. We're here for. We're all going to get in better shape and be better schedulers and make more time for ourselves in the business. So, all right, Amy, let's hear from you.
Yay. Thank you. My name is Amy. Like Jenny said, I've been a coach for 4 years. I live in Las Vegas. We just moved back here from Maine, so I understand that snow in April, sister. I feel like they're about to get hammered and you can see the mud, and there's always snow in Maine. I am grateful to be in the sunshine and the warmth in my tank tops because that's nice. So Jenny actually inspired me to start coaching. I had enrolled with Beachbody. I called off of an infomercial and ordered size. Because I did not do that intentionally. I actually have not changed from my workout today. It's been a while ago. But I was sharing on social media. I used Instagram as like my own personal accountability. I did not know that you get a coach when you enroll. I probably got 100 emails. I'm like, ignoring that, and maybe buy something, ignoring that. And I didn't like Shakeology. I got samples. I didn't like it. And Jenny, she actually convinced me to try a different flavor. Just try it, see if you like it. She offered, there's that guarantee. And I'm like, I was going to take full advantage. I'm not even lying. But like she said, I'm a veteran with the military, and we deployed, and I went through some shit. And yeah, it put me in a very, very bad space with chronic pain and migraines and inflammation, and fibromyalgia presented itself from the trauma. And I'm just like, what the freaking crap's happening to my body? But I had lost weight just with the program. I actually met Jenny after we moved to Maine. I don't know how she found me, #searching probably. I still don't fully understand how that works. I ignore Instagram. We argue about the word count thing because I'm a storyteller. I'm talking, it just is a thing. But she, I don't know. She's like, you're already doing the thing. Why not earn some money off of it? And I'm retired from the military, so I get a little baby pension. And I'm like, oh crap, we just moved, and my husband is still working in Las Vegas. If I can earn enough to bring him home, what a gift! I tell you what, I did that. I retired my husband last year. He does not work at all. We get to travel. We get to do all of the things. Like, that was the purpose of moving back to Las Vegas, to set my boys up. They're old. My oldest is 20. He's actually high functioning autistic. He is pure amazing joy. I freaking love him. He's taught me so much. Just taught me so much. The youngest is 17. He'll be 18 in December, and he's just like, I know everything about everything. Don't you worry about nothing. I'm a cool. Make sure you feed the dog and the cat while we're gone. And I'm going to travel, and I'm writing a book. And Jenny, like, I've always known that there was a book in me, but she helped bring it out. The community that you guys are now a part of, it's like this big fat key that unlocks things you never thought possible. I became a reverend with the Universal Life Church. It was not even on my radar. But Jenny helped me find that. She gave me a key, and I walked through that door, and it was scary AF. But I did it, even on the really hard days when I stepped back and was a walker, working on my own mess. She was always there, supporting me. She didn't really reach out very much because I'm a veteran, okay? And I've been working through PTSD, and we say some really wild and crazy things sometimes.
we were off for a rough start at the beginning, but we have come a long way.
We were. It took us a really long time to be able to find that connection, but I always knew she was there. We didn't even meet each other until after a year, and I went to Summit.
Right? Yep, it was our first time we met in person,
and it was amazing. And I was so nervous, but it was so wonderful, and they all just welcomed me with just love. And I had this joke. I'm like, I'm gonna be back there in the corner, come hold my hair, because I'm gonna be puking from this anxiety. And they're like, I'll be there, no problem.
That's all things you've overcome since you've become a coach, and what Shakeology did for you too. Because this is a good story, because she has PTSD. She has so many things, and like she said, she didn't like the shakes. And this is another point that's important for your customers too. Is they're gonna say, I don't do shakes. I don't like shakes. They're going to try it twice, and they're going to say, I don't like it. I want to return it. Fine. We have a 30-day money back guarantee. But you can drink every single one of those shakes, and after 30 days, want to return it, and they will give you money back. Took her 10 days. Was it not 10 days? 10 days of trying the shake. I'm like, try it this way. Try it that way. Just keep giving it a chance. And she was like, I just can't do it. I'm like, keep going. And then one day it clicked with her. And then tell them what it did for you.
It cleared my mind. I have a lot of brain fog from all of the damage and migraines and fibromyalgia. I get like a triple whammy of it. The superfoods inside of it, all of them on their own help me with every single condition. And I have 15 medical conditions that are all over the place, and I should take medication. I used to take 25 pills a day, and I take none. I've been med-free for almost 5 years. I get up every single day. I wake up in a happy attitude. That really is a real freaking thing. I start my day with gratitude every single day.
She is actually a real thing. I don't know how she does it, but
it's gratitude. It's Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Okay. That was after that door. I didn't know, but that's where it led me. And shoot, I'm living the dream, girl. And she started it. So I am so freaking glad that all of you guys are here, because Jenny she's a godsend. Because here's the cold hard truth.
She makes me
I'm gonna
cry all
make
the
you
time.
cry right now.
She will make me cry. She will make you guys cry.
The team you're on matters. Okay. I didn't even know she was watching me. She's very sly. Okay. Very sneaky. I call her my secret stalker, because I didn't even know she was there. I was so just whatever. It's just a journal. That was what social media was. It's just a journal. But I was watching other coaches. I had a few, and one of them was talking about a sneak peek into coaching. It was happening the next day. I was going to message her the next day, but Jenny pops up. Girl, are you a coach, or do you just love size? And I'll shut your mouth. I love size.
She was always cheering every day, all her workouts. I'm like, she has to be a coach. If she's not, she needs to be my coach. So I reached out and Timing is everything, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, don't
This is
be afraid.
history.
Don't be afraid. That's all. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, I love you. Love you, love you. Well, we are a little bit over the time, but does anyone have any questions? No question is no question is not important. So if you have questions, anything, did I overwhelm everybody or does everyone seem good?
No.
No?
No.
So, okay, so our homework is work on your profile picture, work on your coming out post. If you have trouble writing it or you want me to proofread it before you put it up there, I'm happy to do that and help you. I would say like for your first one, try to not make it super long so you can grab people and have a good picture, a good crisp, clear picture of yourself of some sort or your family or whatever it is that goes with the story by Monday. And then I'm going to put you guys in a thread on Facebook too, so we can kind of go back and forth in there and kind of motivate each other with workouts and then privately, I would like you guys to message me what your goals are for the business, what you want it to be. You know, I want to earn whatever per week, or I want to help 3 people to cover my shakes, or I want to make sure I complete a program, or I want to, you know, it can be something personal goal or financial goal or, you know, whatever. So, and that can be private to me so that I know how to hold you accountable. Because like I said, this business is what you want, not what I want.
Right.
So my goal is different from yours, different from Amy's, different from Mia's, you know, so, but I'm so excited, you guys. I feel like we're such a good group and I'm just excited for where this year is going. I feel like COVID has been such a cloud, but for this business, our business has been booming because everyone's working out at home. Everyone's doing what we've been doing for 10 years. Like, it's like, hello, we've already been working out from home. We already do Zoom. We already do all this shit. Like, but I feel like there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel. People are starting to get out more, but they still need our help. There's so many people to help. So I'm excited. I like to hug. So when I see you guys, I will probably hug you. Hopefully soon I can meet you in person, Cheryl. We'll get you to an event.
Way up here.
Yeah. So, but thank you guys for taking the time tonight. I know it's kind of late for you guys. Let's take a quick picture because we like to take pictures and then you can share on social media. Oh, and also if you're not familiar with stories, stories are very hot. Facebook stories or Instagram stories, you know, that's probably how a lot of you watch me or watch other coaches. That's a good place to get familiar with coaching and with sharing you and your story and that kind of a thing. Again, it doesn't have to be sharing quite as much as me, but that's a good place to also kind of start getting comfortable with the camera and sharing about your day, kind of like a snapshot of you. So that's also like a little side thing. But all right, everyone smile. Oh crap, that didn't count. So I can get everybody in here. I'm gonna cover up my big light spot here. Ah, it's so hard on this Mac. Okay, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.